Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day.
One of the best days of the year.
It's one of the best days because it's a day to note that it's more than just a day off. Today is a day when we take the time to honor and celebrate the life and legacy of Dr. King. Dr. King used his voice to stand up for justice, truth, and compassion in a time when speaking up for those things wasn't always easy. And many people today continue to fight for the same principles Dr. King fought for, and in doing so, honor his legacy through their service.
Yes.
And I mean, it's a lot of people, but I got my all-time hits like Oprah, Tyler Perry. They really do, I believe,
to carry it on.
Help to give that legacy, you know. And also, I want to shout out my friend, White House correspondent April Ryan. She does a really good job of covering the White House and helping to keep the information going.
Yes, absolutely. And I think when we recently saw in the Golden Globes, the whole Time's Up movement, which is happening all the time from here on out, that was a nice echo to Dr. Martin Luther King's speech to continue the movement today. So that's definitely one that is happening currently. I also I really admire people who thrive in being uncomfortable. I'm one of those people. When I get comfortable, I get really anxious and uneasy, and then things have to shift because I got to mold and grow. And people, if I'm honest, white people who speak up for the inequalities, speak up for minorities, those are my favorites. Matt McGorry, one of them, huge activist, feminist, very vocal about what's wrong out there.
Orange is the New Black, too. He's an amazing actor.
Yes, he and I bonded over a Black Lives Matters march, and we learned so much together there. Another one is Liz Plank. If you don't know, you've got to follow. Her Instagram is called The Fabulous Feminist. She's so funny, and she's so dope, and she's woke, as you would, describe her, but she's so on point with what needs to be heard today with the Caucasian generation, and, just race. And then my favorite is Elaine Welteroth, hands down, during my Girl from the Bay, man. Oakland all day. She completely redirected what young readers are doing with Teen Vogue magazine, taking it away from just fashion and moving into race, moving into women, moving into confidence.
Yes, I heard that. I love that.
I know. It's, and I also want to give a shout out to the person that really helped to make this holiday come. I think he pushed a lot, and he's the singer, Stevie Wonder. I mean, Stevie, every time we sing Happy Birthday, Black people, we gotta go, we gotta do the Stevie Wonder version.
Happy birthday to you.
A lot of people don't know what that song is about.
Right.
People just think it's a happy birthday song, but the song is actually talking about Dr. Martin Luther King and the fact that they were fighting to make it a holiday, which now we have and we get to celebrate.
So thank you, Stevie.
Thank you, Stevie Wonder. But I didn't know that. My husband pointed that out to me, and I thought that was so cool.
Well, that just shows how people artists can use their voice and their art to try to transcend and make things happen.
I just want to give a shout out to my grandmother, Claritha Richardson. It's her birthday today.
Ooh, happy birthday, Grandmama.
Yes, that's a great birthday
I know, a great birthday. You guys, she is 89 years old.
Wow.
She has a better mind than I do, I swear. She does. I love you, Grandmama Ma, and she watches the show every single day.
Hi, Grandma.
Oh, yes, so happy birthday. Well, someone that inspires me all the time is Shonda Rhimes. I love her. She's a television writer, producer. And the thing about her, she's all about equality and shedding light on social injustice. And she incorporates that within her television shows. And she not only has one hit show, you guys, she has 4 hit shows that are airing right now.
At the same time.
And she just made a multi-year deal with Netflix.
Huge.
So she's going to do amazing things there. What I really love about her shows, coming from, my actress point of view, she creates characters that are complex, educated, juicy, and for people of color. And you don't get to see that, a lot. So Shonda Rhimes, thank you. And continue to do amazing things.
I also like couples that work together, like Angela Rye and Common are together now, and I think they're the perfect little couple to work, because they can be all they can go march and then go march home.
Very much so.
So we love Angela Rye. Also, I want to give a shout out to Don Lemon. Don Lemon is doing his thing on CNN. and he's always a host.
Yes.
He comes here and co-hosts a lot of times, and he takes a lot of hits for us, whether you agree with him or not.
Yeah.
But that's what you need in our society right now. People that are willing to take the hits, are willing to ask the hard questions. So, you know, I'm really happy, and I'm just happy that he's my friend. I love you, Don Lemon.
That is awesome.
He's very sweet, too.
I would say some other people that are carrying the torch for Dr. Martin Luther King are the ladies that worked with the Women's March
Yes.
that happened in Washington. Co-presidents Tamika Mallory, Bob Bland, and Treasurer Carmen Perez. I actually got a chance to meet Carmen. And I was so inspired just talking to her because she's an incredible person. She has spent her entire life fighting for equality and fighting injustice. And I think that's so incredible just to see what they did. Guys, there were 5 million people came together for the Women's March. And I think it's just so awesome to see people standing up for what they believe in. And it was very similar to the march that Dr. King did in Washington as well. And it not only happened in Washington this time around with the Women's March, it happened all over the world.
That's huge.
They are definitely carrying the torch.
While those people are certainly woke to the issues going on in the world nowadays, not everyone always is. The term woke, which is tied to the Black Lives Matter movement, has become very popular. You hear it in songs, social media, and everyday conversation, right? However, one blogger from the Medium recently wrote about how the term woke has become too trendy, with people saying they're woke more for personal gain instead of actually supporting marginalized groups. So, ladies, do you think a lot of people who say they're woke actually really aren't doing enough to back it up?
Well, what do you mean by backing it up? I mean,
putting their words into action, that if you're saying you're woke, you know what's going on, what are you doing about it?
I don't think people who are woke, though, would be saying they're woke because you're not are woke. You be woke. You just be it. You don't act like you're saying. Wait, what? I know you're saying. You know what I'm saying now?
Yes.
You just
Like you can't be like, yo, I'm woke. I'm totally woke. Well, you're so busy saying you're woke, you're not just being it. That's an action to be woke.
That's what I'm saying. It's putting it into action.
Yeah.
But I think I understand what you're saying about it can be trendy, and so people like, let me
I'm
get
not
on this
saying
train.
that this guy
Yeah,
is
no,
saying
I mean
it.
the article.
Just
But
saying,
it
y'all,
could
don't
be-
hit me up.
Yeah, I know. You know, they'll hit you up. Yeah, thank you. Calm down, relax.
No.
I'll give you examples, okay? Let's give you some examples. Remember when Jesse Williams made that wonderful speech at the BET Awards?
Yes.
And it was about black women and the love for black women. We was like, yes, Jesse, yes.
Yes.
And then he turned around and he ended up getting a divorce, and allegedly he was with a white woman. Well, okay. Okay, y'all know where I'm coming from, okay?
I don't, but
elaborate.
No, because what happens is sometimes you have to be careful with letting people label you and put this like, now everything is on you, because then people have these expectations.
Feel the pressure,
and
too.
you feel pressure. So it's like we can't necessarily label people a certain type of way, and then when they have their own, because they're allowed to have personal lives and personal things, and you can't let that affect your judgment.
Yeah, because God forbid you say out loud, oh, I love, black men, and then God forbid you end up falling in love with an Asian, Lonnie.
Well, let me tell you what happened.
That's messed up, though.
One
That's
time,
not fair.
let me tell you, one time.
You can still love black men.
This was about 4 or 5 years ago at the Essence Fest, right?
Okay.
The actor, director, Nate Parker, he was in a movie, and they had these panels at the Essence Fest, right? And we had screened a movie. It's about 200, 300 black women.
Yeah.
And Nate Parker is sitting there, and this is the first time we actually met Nate Parker. And he was talking about his love for the black woman. 200, 300 women. He's like, yeah, I love black women. Black women, nothing like her, strong, and this. We gassed up, we gassed. And so they had a question and answer session, right? And a girl stood up and said, excuse me, I just Googled you, and you got a white wife.
Yeah, but...
Wait a minute, let me finish. The whole room went silent. They was like, no, because can you imagine you sitting up in
why
this
can't
room?
you compliment another race, but not necessarily
mama?
Yeah, I don't get it.
His mama, he loves his mama.
It doesn't mean
she's black.
I don't.
Y'all don't get it because y'all ain't black.
No, I get it. I get it.
I don't get it.
I'm not black enough to understand that.
No, explain it. I want to get it.
Okay, I get it. It's that they maybe would have wished that he would have been married to a black woman. But guys, I think it's okay to love and support and be like, it's like being like, that's like saying I don't love Latino men because I didn't marry a Latino man.
Exactly.
But I love Latino men. I think we're freaking awesome.
It depends on what he was saying.
That's what I'm saying. They not letting me finish, so I'm gonna let y'all assume.
No, I want to know.
My half
What's he
black
saying?
side caught that. Okay,
See, man, I gotta wait for the break to Google this. I don't get it.
So
Okay,
Lonnie,
finish.
Finish.
Because the thing is, he was gassing it up like there was no other woman like the black woman. And that's why I'm saying be careful
Got it.
what you say and how you say it. Say,
Oh,
you know
okay.
what I'm saying?
Okay.
Don't make it seem like this is all you get. And I would be with
got
nobody else.
Got it.
Da-da-da-da-da. Don't do that because you never know what's going to happen. Or, you know, not being
Okay.
true to who he
Yes.
is. When he
Yes.
knew, you know you got a
okay.
white wife. Don't be gassing
yeah.
us up. This is how I gassed up so much.
All that to say, Google will have you messed up. Google will expose some things, I'll tell you. He's
That
sitting,
is
the man was sitting right there. But I agree with Lonnie in the sense of like, don't put the gasolina on stuff that you're not really
That's
trying
what
to
I'm
make a
saying.
fire about.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
like,
Yes.
like don't go the extra mile. Like if you're woke, do what you have to do to put into action what you think to make the difference for what
Yes.
you think is wrong. But don't sit there all day and talk about I'm woke, I'm woke, I'm woke. And then we Google things about you that aren't so woke.
And that's what we're saying.
Boom.
Well, here's the movement you may want to be a part of. You've all heard of those paint and sip art classes, right? Where you can drink and you drink wine and then you actually paint, right? Have you seen that? Well, Atlanta is kicking it up a notch by offering booze and nudes night. Yes, you heard me right. The special class offers alcohol, the opportunity to paint the male specimen in all his glory, and guess what? They are selling out fast. The creator also says that the models have great personalities, so they can actually interact with the crowd as they paint. So, ladies, would you be down to sketch a stud in the nude?
You can touch them like that?
I don't know if you can touch. Oh,
Jeez. Yes.
Wait,
Well, I guess you
But
can.
the way she's biting her lip with that touch.
I know. There's something.
well, I
going
guess
on.
you can touch this part.
Look
I
at
don't know
that.
if you can touch
Come on,
that
girl.
part.
Man,
This is a regular Saturday night for me. That's
Wait, you guys, would you go?
I didn't know these actually existed,
I did.
honestly.
Well,
Like
she's-
regular sip and paint, right? There are other
Right.
paint
That's
classes
just-
you can go to
Right.
without seeing a man like just
But they done
all
took it
out
to
there.
another level. That's how the ATL
Yeah.
do it all the time.
Yeah.
They gotta take it to
Would
another
you
level.
go?
real talk. You know, all four of us would be down.
I
for
would
something
do
like
it
this.
if all of us go, because
I
I
would
think
totally
it would be
do it.
like a fun experience.
Yeah.
You don't want to go with me? Why?
No, I don't. If it was a woman versus and a bunch of men, we would look at it differently. And I think we're just at this point in the country where we shouldn't. I'm not comfortable with that.
Okay.
I'm just not comfortable
So
with.
you wouldn't
no.
go. That's
Yeah, I would.
Would you be
wait.
comfortable if it was a bunch of girls painting a girl?
No. I mean, it's just, to me, it's just, that's, no.
But wait, remember that this is art. And let's be
Yeah, you
look,
try to use
we
that
gotta
excuse.
be mature. I'm not saying
they're
I should be
okay with
mature.
it.
I'm saying that.
But look
people
at that
should be mature.
picture. She touching him like that. That's
Okay, but if the man and he doesn't look like he's unhappy about that right there. But I'm
That
saying
looks welcome.
as long as the ground, everything is secure, meaning this model is consenting to everything. He feels comfortable being there, and that everybody is
I'm saying,
abiding
but
the rules.
how would you feel if that was a woman and it's a bunch of men
As
doing
long as
that?
it's consensual, as long as it's like she agreed to
like
it.
a
She
strip
wants to
club.
be there.
Yeah.
Some people like to
I'm
be in the
thinking-
nude in front of others.
I'm thinking from like the European perspective, right?
Oh, that's
Yes.
true. That's your
And
half white
Europeans-
side thinking.
Yeah,
Okay. European.
In Europe, they have a lot of sculptures of men.
No, but
naked.
they grow up
And
and
the
they grow up
peepees.
differently about the human body. Like sometimes they just walk around naked within their homes, and then also they're introduced to alcohol a little bit, earlier. So if it's from a point, I'm really justifying it. I'm sorry, but from a point of
Okay, let me
There's
ask
a
you.
lot of naked
Tried.
art in Europe. You
Oh.
went to Rome. There were a bunch of sculptures
Yes.
of like David and
From a
the
point of
peepee
an-
and
How
of
would
an
you-
artist
how would your husband
perspective.
feel?
He would not like it one bit.
that's the only problem.
Yeah.
This
that
is-
You guys are
Yeah.
making it not fun anymore. I'm not a good drawer, but give me a glass of wine and a fine dude. I put the dude in doodle. Boom.
First of all, my painting would look so terrible. It would look horrible. I can't even draw a stick figure, but it just sounds like fun.
We have to take a break, but before we go, because it's Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day, we want to share with you some powerful words from Dr. King to honor his life and his legacy. Take a look.
Now is the time to transform the bleak and desolate midnight of man's inhumanity to man into a glowing daybreak of freedom and justice. Now is the time to open the doors of opportunity to all of God's children. Now is the time to change the pending national elegy into a creative psalm of brotherly love.